in the world of the BNWO and Aibu Capitulatism, should whitey boys practice celibacy? Definitely. Um, Over time, you'll become accustomed of not having sex, orgasms. It will just become second nature. It will take some time, but it will it will happen. As of today, which is April 16th, 2026, I haven't had an orgasm since March 27th, 2020. And in the beginning, it was hard. It was, it took time to get used to, but with self discipline and understanding of trying to keep myself as a honky boy, sorry, whitey boy, supporter of capitulatism, sexless, it became easier as the days, the weeks, months, and eventually years went by. It became a lot easier, and I'm actually quite proud of it. Also, knowing that the BNWO and Aibu capitulatism is growing stronger every day, women are preferring black men over white boys at a much higher level, much more commonly. Asian women, too, all women seem to be gravitating more towards the superior black man. And as this happens, it happens a lot more frequently with whiteys, but other races are certainly doing it. I'm seeing a lot of Asian women who are going black. But as this lifestyle progresses, more white boys will end up being sexless anyway. I think now is a good time for self-discipline and practicing for what is inevitably going to happen anyway. I would suggest that starting now would be great and would allow you to grow accustomed to it and used to not having sex orgasms. I think that the onset could begin at 18 as an adult. I think self-discipline could just naturally become earlier, but I don't talk about minors in my videos. Um, but as an adult, I think finding a chastity cage is the perfect start, and having a key holder, which could be, now I'm of course in this video I'm referring to heterosexual white boys, not gay or bisexual white boys. That's perfectly understandable that all white boys, regardless of their orientation, could go without the joys of the orgasm that a black man truly deserves more because he's just better at what he does. But starting with the chastity cage would be a good start. Finding the key holder, whether it is your partner or even just a friend. If you're single, you can give it to a white girl or Asian woman, Indian, black, whatever, as well as encouraging them to go black only. Or if you're a true Aibu capitulatist, you've probably are already worshiping the black race as a whole, and it would not be too hard to find, even online, a black man to hold the key. He would probably find it very amusing, especially when you told him the reasons why, and would be very helpful with that discipline. My first experience years ago, a black man was holding my key, but that's a whole other story that I'll talk about in another video. I briefly touched on it in a recent video, but as you can see, there's various sizes, various shapes and designs and appearances. The longer you have them on, of course, the smaller whitey penis will become, as mine has shrunk considerably without use over the last 6+ years. Um, but again, yes, very, very many designs you can choose from for levels of comfort. Some of them have spikes in them. The one in the pink one in the corner here is spiked. And that helps if you do start feeling arousal. It will cause discomfort and will help prevent erections and that sort of thing. Your body will just eventually evolve to understanding that arousal and the beginning of an erection could be discomfort, very uncomfortable and even painful, and it will just eventually stop happening. And your size will shrink dramatically as your body will naturally try to escape the displeasure of those spikes. As I said, I've shrunk considerably. I was quite a few inches in the beginning. Now I'm very, very small, but it's okay because I don't use it that way anymore. And ultimately, maybe one day I will have it gone permanently. But again, that's another story. But long story short, do I encourage chastity for whitey boys, adult whitey boys? Of course I do. And I would suggest after watching this video, if it's not something you've tried before, I would, if you're a white, I would consider getting a device. You can get them on Amazon if you're not comfortable going into a store. They're not really hard to find, and they've become, depending on the style you like. I like this style that's pictured here. I want to get this one as I will easily fit into it. It's very small, and but you can get them online. They're relatively cheaper than they were in the past. The most I've had several over the years. I don't need them now. I self-disciplined myself enough that I don't wear them, but they are very comfortable. I do enjoy wearing them once in a while, just for a comfort thing. But the first one I ever bought was about $500 roughly. It was steel, very heavy, but it worked. But anyway, if you are a practicer of this already or you have thoughts on it, um, please comment because I would really like to hear other people's opinions on this. Anyway, BNWO is the future. We're all going to be Aibu capitulatists. Black Lives Matter. And thank you for watching.